The Subaru All-Mountain Cup concluded in the Alpine region of Bright, Victoria recently, with National Series titles on the line in the cross-country discipline. In the women's cross-country race, the field will tackle 5 laps of the exciting 6-kilometre XCO course. Rebecca Henderson unclipped her foot off the start, but recovered to quickly establish a sizable lead from chasers Jenny King and Tori Thomas. It was the first time in a decade the venue had featured on the National Series calendar, with a race travelling through both pine and native forests on a variety of single-track and fire trails, with London Olympian Henderson leading throughout. The 21-year-old revelled in the conditions, riding away to a dominant win.
I'm really pleased with how today went. The steep climbing course suited me really well, and the descent was so much fun. So yeah, I had so much fun out there today.
So Henderson takes the win from Jenny King and Tori Thomas. After completing all 3 National Series events, it was Thomas who was crowned the overall Subaru All-Mountain Cup victor.
Definitely not oozing confidence coming into it. I just was hoping not to get lapped at Mount Buller, and then throughout the series, I've enjoyed the racing, and I've just been really consistent.
Thomas took out the series from Henderson and Catherine O'Shea. In the men's race, it was a 6-lap affair, with series leader and national XCO champ Chris Jongaward taking an early lead, with Paul van der Ploeg and Dan McConnell close behind. McConnell broke away from the field during the 3rd lap, passing his rivals before establishing a dominant lead in what was clocked as the fastest lap of the day. The dual Olympian had plenty of time to celebrate across the line, finishing almost 2 minutes in front of second place Jongaward.
Yeah, I was sort of bunched up after the first lap, and I was sort of struggling a little bit on the descents, but climbing really good, so I didn't really want to leave anything to chance. So I sort of had a fast second, 3rd lap, and able to get a bit of a gap, and then I could just ride fairly conservative in my own race pace and felt fairly comfortable. So yeah, I'm really happy.
So here it is, McConnell dominant, Jongaward and van der Ploeg rounding out the podium. Taking out the overall series was Jongaward from Mark Topolsky and Jack Haig.
Yeah, really good to see it out in Bright. It's pretty special for me. Probably one of my last serious races, so definitely good to finish on a big note and get the overall win. And yeah, it's been a great year. You know, after a disappointing year last year, it's good to redeem yourself, and knowing that you can achieve a goal that you set out at the beginning of the year and achieve it, it feels really good.
So Jongaward reigns supreme for the season title. Special mentions to Topolsky and Haig. The Subaru Gravity Cup also concluded in Bright, with competitors taking to the acclaimed and harrowing tracks of the Alpine region. In the women's racing, Victoria Armstrong bettered her seeding time by more than 30 seconds to seal 3rd place, before faster seed Lisa Matheson rode straight into the Subaru hot seat. Canadian Claire Bouchard broke her hand during a practice run in Canberra at the National Championships last month, but she surprised competitors, topping her seeding run by 9 seconds to take the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the elite women's podium for the Bright round.
So Bouchard wins in Bright, with Lisa Matheson 2nd and Vic Armstrong 3rd. Bouchard claimed the overall series ahead of Matheson and Caroline Buchanan.
We haven't raced a national for a few years, so it was really good to be back, and it's always awesome racing here. It's such a good scene and it's competitive. And to be able to race during the off season, it's a big advantage. So going into the main season, have a bit of confidence. So yeah, we'll see how many races we can do overseas because our budget isn't huge, but either way, we're still racing and it's what we love.
In the men's racing, series leader and 5-time world champion Sam Hill had a nervous wait before his run. Young gun Jack Moyer rode himself into 3rd place for the round, with Troy Brosnan shaving a whopping 11 seconds off his seeding run to challenge Hill for the win. The Western Australian showed his class, doing enough to clinch the victory 1.1 seconds faster than Brosnan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the elite men's podium for the bright round of the Gravity Cup.
So Hill was the weekend's fastest, Brosnan 2nd, Moyer 3rd. The cheers for Hill continued, taking out the Subaru Gravity Cup from Moyer and Connor Fearon.
Yeah, this last round in Mount Bright's probably been my favourite track we've raced on. It's steep and loose and it's a lot of fun to ride, so really enjoyed it all weekend and qualified first and won the final today, so couldn't have gone any better. The focus is the World Cup series, and this is a good warm-up and a good way to get things started, and yeah, happy to win the title on my new team, Chain Reaction Cycles, and yeah, looking forward to keeping that going.
It's been a big season of MTB action right across Australia this summer, from Bulla to Thredbo to the national capital for the Australian champs and back to the Victorian High Country and Bright. The Australian MTB season is still alive and kicking, however, with the Oceania Championships in Tasmania over Easter and the Marathon Champs on April 21 in Atherton, Queensland.